Computer Entertainment Europe presents a Universal Interactive Studios production. A game created and developed by Naughty Dog. Crash Bandicoot 4!
Hello, and welcome to 60-second retro game.
That's very
So
laid back.
well, usually I go hello, so I thought I'd
Hello.
tone it down.
You're almost catching the audience out with that. You're just
Yes. They're bracing
Hello.
themselves,
Well,
but no, they get a gentle whisper down their ear.
this is another
Which is
one of
what
Ant's
I-
reviews.
No.
Oh no! I have sold myself.
No blood, but I have shit myself. We're talking about
Sorry, I've thrown you off.
Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped for the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, and we're in a nice, serene, quiet location.
Yes, Hatton's
Which,
is it Hollington Hall? Hallington Hall?
Hollington House.
Hollington House, that's the one.
Do you,
Hall sounds
do you
better.
really want that advertised on the internet?
What? Hatton of Hollington House.
Yeah.
It's got a hell of a title to it, isn't it? Sir Hatton of Hollington House.
No, yeah, you just need to get one of those landowner things. So you'd be Lord Hatton.
Of Hollington House.
Yeah, just buy like an acre of land, like buy a gift or something.
Buy an acre of Metis Aerospace and then
Yeah.
that's it, you're sorted. They've
Lord
got enough
Hatton of-
acres to spare.
Lord Hatton of Hollington House.
I like it.
Yeah, it works. It's
Yeah?
very good. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot Warped.
Sorry, there was a lovely blonde lady just appeared then.
Oh, was she in the
went
Mazda?
that way. I think, does she live over that way?
I don't know.
Well, I saw her walk that way.
And the other half?
It's no good us saying which way that way because then
Yeah.
they don't know. Are they?
No, well, they don't really.
The general listening audience.
Unless she listens to it and goes, bastards, they're watching me.
They're watching my every move.
From the look of her.
Why she's talking like that, I don't know.
I'd be a bit worried if she did.
They're watching my every move. Dave Mistake.
Hello, me.
Me again.
Yes, Crash Bandicoot. But it wouldn't be a random Stoke podcast in general if we didn't.
If we didn't veer, I'd be very disappointed.
And
And
worried.
it makes it interesting because we're not just
Yeah.
saying, you kill the Colossus.
Well, over and over again. Well, we haven't even started talking about the game so far. All I've done is mention the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You kill the Colossus.
you can on horseback. Whilst
Ironically, you can ride a tiger.
yes, you can actually. Yes. As,
Dio style.
Yeah.
Crash's little sister. What's her name? Has it got it on there? Coco? I don't know.
Coco? What?
Coco. I don't know. I can't remember.
Coco!
I think is it Coco? There you go. Coco Bandicoot.
Coco the...
Coco.
Coco the Bandicoot, the lesser known cousin of Crash Bandicoot.
That's the. Have you seen Mongrels at all?
No. I've
There's
only seen a
always.
little bit.
Have you?
I've heard of it.
There's always like inbred foxes in it. Not always the same character, but it's the same puppet, which is quite funny in itself. But it always has this dumb sort of look to it, like one slightly lazy eye sort of thing, and that is what I perceive Coco the Bandicoot to be. So the lazy-eyed, slightly inbred cousin of crap.
or worse, son of Crash Bandicoot and Coco Bandicoot, just to make the inbredness even worse.
That's disturbing.
I know.
We can move on to the game. Go on, please.
Vile. It takes place. I think it's pretty much straight after the second game, much like the first one did to the second one. They don't tend to have massive periods of time between each game. And what's his face? Cortex comes across a crystal again. No,
It's all about-
No, I'm mixing the second game up. Sorry, my bad. The stories are that fucking similar.
Shall I read from Wikipedia?
Yeah, it's
for
probably
you?
best actually.
Okay.
It'll probably make more sense.
The game's story takes place immediately after the events of its predecessing game, Crash Bandicoot 2,
Got that
Cortex
right.
Strikes Back.
Thank you.
The ruins of a space station called the Cortex Vortex, almost got that wrong, owned by the series antagonist, Dr. Neo Cortex, Crash lands on Earth and unleashes an evil entity known as Uka Uka in collaboration Collaboration with Cortex and the time-obsessed Dr. Nefarious Tropy, Dr. Entropy, plans to gather powerful crystals in their original places in time and use their energy to enslave the Earth. The game follows the main characters Crash and Coco Bandicoot as they travel through time and prevent the villains from gathering the crystals by collecting them themselves. So yeah, the crystals were right.
Yeah, no, I know the crystals are in it, but I was getting a little bit mixed up with the second one story, where he finds the crystals for the first time.
One thing I will say about the Crash Bandicoot games on the PlayStation is they do show development from game 1 to game 3, and they're still you can still go back and play 1 and then go and play 3 and then not feel as though you're missing out on 1 because of all the enhancements they've done on 3.
They are
by 3.
There isn't a great... I mean, control-wise, they're exactly the same, right?
Yeah, it's new like
saying
powers,
that, though,
new moves,
with this one, there was like every time you defeated a boss, you were granted a new move somewhere along the way, like double jumps and... I can't remember what the other ones were. I think it was like an extra special whizzy spin thing.
Whizzy spin!
You could... I think there was another dunk slam thing. No, that was in the second one, wasn't it? You got that. I think you got powered up.
You know, it's been that long since I've played it, I can't remember.
No, I can't really. I'm trying to do this from memory and I'm failing miserably.
This is why we should always have a plan before we start the podcast.
No. Just off the cuff. It's far better.
Some would argue that.
I know.
Most would probably argue that. Our listening, I've turned into you. Our listening figures would indicate that yes, the off the cuff pattern doesn't work.
No.
So,
hey ho.
But there we are.
But if you have a plan, then it sounds too structured.
Well, no, because we sort of vaguely have a plan. We talk about gameplay, sound, level design, graphics. Graphics! So yeah.
Well, that was a conversation killer.
Crash has the ability to jump into the air and land on an enemy character, spin in a tornado-like fashion to knock enemies off screen, slide across the ground and perform a body slam to break certain objects.
Much like that of the second one.
And that just ends with a full stop. It doesn't say and slides across it. Yeah. These abilities can be expanded on by defeating boss characters, often resulting in more powerful attacks or increased jumping and running prowess.
Oh, you could sprint a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
You had like a tiny little... and you'd run forward a bit quicker than usual.
Okay. And
for
boxes.
A small...
They're still there?
Yes.
Don't touch the TNT or Nitro ones there.
No, you can touch the TNT ones, just don't...
But you can't. Don't
spin on them, yeah. Whereas the Nitro ones, all you had to do was literally go... and you would blow up.
Actually, no, that's Donkey Kong.
In a comedic fashion.
It's Donkey Kong Country. Yeah. Do continue. Graphics, gameplay.
Oh, graphics. This one thing I've always said about the Crash Bandicoot series is their graphics always look quite good. They don't actually... You play them now, they don't look that dated, to be honest. I mean, you can tell it's a PlayStation game, obviously, but...
It looks good for a PlayStation
game.
Yeah,
it proves...
Unlike World Is Not Enough, which looks awful.
Well, yeah, it does look not very nice.
I felt terrible playing World Is Not Enough.
It's still...
It was that... Ugh.
Tomorrow Never Dies was worse. That looks...
Yeah.
And I think games like Silent Hill and things like that have aged not very well, but there are some gems like Crash Bandicoot, Metal Gear Solid, and I can't think of any others.
Gran Turismo.
Yes, that's done quite well as well. Some just age gracefully, like that of I don't know, Sigourney Weaver, but some end up like
Goldie Hawn.
Yeah. But I mean, even the water looks quite nice because you've got the addition of what's her face on a jet ski.
Yeah,
which is quite a
Coco.
Coco, yes.
Coco
the Bandicoot.
Yeah. The Bandicoot.
The Rabid Bandicoot. From Tasmania.
What?
It's just...
Yeah, going off on that, as you do. But, and what else was new as well?
You could ride on animals or bikes and take part in races.
Oh, there's the motorbike races, which are extraordinarily unfair. Well, they're alright to begin with, but the later in the levels you go, the harder and more impossible they become to defeat, to win even, sorry.
Defeat the race?
Yeah.
How does that work?
It just does.
T-virus.
Yeah. But, I mean, there's levels where you fly a plane as well, they're quite good. You have to shoot down I was going to say Robotnik, then I watched far too much Sonic the Hedgehog the past few weeks. Cortex's Blimps.
And Cortex is voiced by Clancy Brown.
Is he
Is he really?
Yeah, and he also voices Dr. Neo Cortex and Uka Uka.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, or Uka Uka.
I also know that the same chap who done the music for all the bit of useless information for you, who done all the music to the Rugrats games, also did the music to the 3. I think he did Crash Team Racing as well.
Mark
Oh,
Mothersbaugh.
Yeah, something like that. Pretty sure it's the same chap anyway, from what I remember. There's a similar sort of comedic style to it.
Let's have a look at his.
But graphics wise, I mean, you can
Yes,
tell
he
it,
did do the
it
Rugrats,
did-
yeah.
There you go. I thought he did.
Yeah.
You can tell it must be something to do with Naughty Dog. They're just very good at getting the most out of whatever console they're on.
And also
Because-
designing games that people like playing.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, the Jack and Daxter games are another example. They've proved to be very popular. I haven't really played them myself. I've only played the demos. But I would like to get them.
I've literally
Get the
this
HD
evening.
collection.
Yeah.
I've literally this evening just ordered the HD collection.
Oh, there you go. I might probably will get the HD collection at
Yeah.
some point.
But I'm also counting down to the Ratchet and Clank HD collection, which is out.
If I had to pick between the two, or all three actually, Crash Bandicoot, Ratchet and Clank, or Jack and Daxter, I'd pick Ratchet and Clank
Yeah.
any day.
Mm.
It's just the better game.
Yeah, the more advanced.
No, I just prefer it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I've never really played them, the Ratchet and Clank ones. I might get the HD.
I haven't played them on
Collection.
PS2. I've played them on the PS3. Although, ironically enough, given that it's been pretty much 12 months since Sony's infamous downtime and everything, at the date of recording this podcast, I don't know when it'll be actually released, but I have still not played my free copy of Wipeout that they
I've
offered
deleted
me,
mine.
and I still haven't played my free copy of Quest for Booty.
Quest for Booty is alright.
Mm.
It's alright, it's not brilliant.
I just haven't played them. I mean, I've literally only just got around to playing Back to the Future. So
Sometime later.
yeah. Well, I did play episode 1 in its entirety in one sitting. So
Oh, I think I did it over a course, because me and you played through it, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
episode 2, I'm going to try and do that in one sitting as well, and just have a break and then go back to it and carry on with the
They are
story.
very good. Story-wise, anyway.
Yeah.
But this Crash Bandicoot, the story, apart from the fact that it's... I mean, they did what they did with number 2 as well. They brought a boss from the previous game back again. I think it was Tiny Tiger.
Yeah.
They brought him back in. He was in, like, Ancient Rome or something like that. In a Colosseum. He was a bit of a cock, actually. For a first boss, he was quite difficult.
It's a similar setup to the second game as well, in that you've got time rooms.
Warp rooms.
Is it warp rooms?
Well, yeah, it was sort of warp
They're
time
time-
rooms. I can't remember what they were called, but essentially
time
warp
chambers.
rooms.
Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
Each chamber has 5 buttons that open portals to different levels. The goal in each level is to find the crystal hidden in the area. Blah blah blah.
Hidden in the area. Yeah, right.
Is it right at the end?
No, they're
Just there
they're usually sort of like halfway through
Mm.
most of the time, but they're not really hidden.
No.
They're just sort of like here. There it is. Hidden in plain sight. But
And
I
there's
think
Wumpa
you-
fruits.
yes, well, we wouldn't be Crash Bandicoot without them, would it?
No.
I mean, they've
They
still.
look like apples.
I think they probably are, but there you go.
They're basically apples.
It's this is like the Paddington Bear marmalade sandwich.
It's just a piece of
Yeah, it's a slice of Warburton. Marmalade sandwich, mate. Yeah, go on then. Oh.
No sound effects at all.
No, that was the sound of bread hitting another human being.
That implies that bread is a human being.
Yeah. No, I'm going to stick
Yeah.
with it. I'm staying with it.
There's the
Depends how
genuine
mouldy
sound.
it is. If it's mouldy, it could be living.
It's but it's not a human
It
being.
could turn into one.
That's years of evolution.
Yeah.
That.
Bread's the future, mate.
Okay. Sound effects as well. I thought the sound effects were quite good. I think generally the entire game, from every aspect, just works. The levels are challenging but not overly difficult.
I mean, they get a bit
the
more...
sense of humour's quite good.
It's the same as Crash Bandicoot, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the levels... If anything else, the levels sometimes get a bit samey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like, oh, it's the Arabian Nights one again, but slightly different because it's at night, or it's the the medieval.
Yeah. Well,
one. It's like
you're saying that though, but Mario's been doing that for years.
yeah, no, it's not. It's not a massive.
And so is Zelda, Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
So is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
So is Metroid.
It's not a massive downfall.
It's the curse of all platforms.
Yeah.
Let's do the same, but different.
It does get at the same time. They're saying that the levels might be the same, but they do get slightly more challenging as you go in. I mean, the boss battles. I think it was the entropy chap. He was a fucking cunt. He was so difficult.
For want of a better term.
Yeah, because it had bits where like I think he'd like shoot this shit at you from his staff thing, and you'd have to sort of like jump out the way, but you'd have platforms would disappear as you were jumping. So like you'd jump, and you'd probably sometimes just jump into like a platform just as it disappears half the time, and you sort of
jump into a platform which has vanished.
Yeah, I know what
I do that all the time.
And
it's my curse.
yes, and then half the time you'd only have like a certain amount of time because you'd be on the other side of this massive chasm, and you'd have a certain amount of time to jump across
chasm
to get to him. I know
that's a nice word.
it is. But,
It's with a silent H as well, which is even better.
It's a CH that sounds like a K.
Yeah. Our language beats every other language.
Yeah,
for its weirdness.
It rolls off the tongue.
Like rhythm.
Yes.
That is.
Should be rhythm, but rhythm.
So you saying that, it's just reminding me that the other day I
thought I'd got that wrong then for a minute by the silence.
No, I the other day I found Buffy's swearing keyboard again.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. And rhythm is also a sexual contraceptive thing.
Is it?
Yeah, if you know when your lady is on, you don't want to be riding the Red River if you don't want to be with child. And when she is off, then
rhythm.
Yes, then feel free to paddle.
Have you taken that from somewhere, or have you just literally?
No. Rhythm is it was one of these silly things that we had to learn in high school.
I don't remember.
No, that's probably because we had Mrs. Davis.
I think at some point I did have a lesson with Mr. Thomas.
Good old John.
Yeah, and he was talking about
True.
Was that his
his actual name?
With his short shorts.
Very short shorts.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It's almost obscenely short shorts.
Is it almost like Mr. Hamilton's short shorts?
They were shorter.
Mr. Hamilton didn't. By comparison, Mr. Hamilton's shorts were down at his knees.
Bloody hell.
Mr. Thomas.
And
his
his were too close for comfort at times.
Mr. Hamilton and his brother Mike. Literally a microphone. Do you ever get that assembly?
No.
No? Oh, you missed out.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway.
I don't think you did.
Mrs. Jolly do our assemblies for us.
Three games that you'd recommend if you like Crash Bandicoot 3. Whoa.
I think we pretty much mentioned them, haven't we, earlier when we were listing...
Not the other Crash Bandicoot.
No. When we were Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter.
Yeah, another Naughty Dog title.
Any of them, yeah.
Uncharted,
why not?
I don't think you could get any further away, but okay, go on
Naughty
then.
Dog Link. Spyro.
Yeah.
One of the good Spyro games.
One of the PlayStation 1 Spyros, yeah.
Yeah.
Spyro 1, there you go.
Okay. That'll do.
Actually, no. Spyro 3, because you're collecting
Spyro
eggs and that, so it's a bit closer to the crystals. Malarkey.
Spyro 3 on the PS1.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So anything else you'd like to add?
I've got a bowl of mini eggs.
That's very nice.
It's making me hungry.
They're mine.
I know.
I don't care. I'm after this podcasting session, because we are recording more than one. Ruin the image and the illusion of media. I'm going to have chicken and cheese with toasties with beans.
I don't think I've got any dinner done, so I'm going to have to...
Well, I'm going to Tesco to buy the chicken and the bread.
I'm going to have
to
have a look in my account and see if my car insurance has gone out, how much they've left me with, which is probably not a great deal until tomorrow.
I've got some pork scratchings in the fridge. If I know you don't like
in the fridge. You keep pork scratchings in the fridge.
Well, they were opened.
Yeah, but still in the fridge.
Put them in an airtight box. In the fridge. It'd be cold.
I know, but they've been in the car for 3 days.
close.
I would actually
Touche,
throw them
touche.
away at that point, but yeah.
They tasted alright the other time.
He's not dead yet.
So you just like pick one out every now and again, just
Yeah.
bit hairy.
I like it with hair on.
Oh, I'll get that one from there. At my teeth.
Okay.
Fucking hell, you took your time. Didn't you?
Yeah, it took me a second. Do you want to do the outro then? Go on.
Oh, go on then. I'll try.
Go on.
Can't promise.
See if you remember it. I'll mark you down for every one you get wrong,
Fine. Okay.
or punch you in the.
In the belly.
That's fine. Punch me in the belly. I thought you were going to go for somewhere else. Yes, thank you for listening. I lost where I was going then.
The outro.
Yes, thank you for listening. You can contact us in several ways on an email address, which is info@randomstokes.com.
Well done.
Thank you.
It's getting better. It's getting better.
You can do it on Twitter or Facebook as well, which I'm not going to go into them. I'm sure you'll find them.
Yeah, just search for Random Stoke. You'll be
Yeah,
fine.
you'll find them one way or another. There's also the YouTube page, which just type Random Stoked in on YouTube and it'll be the first channel.
It should be.
Well, it was when I looked last night.
That's all right then. I'm usually signed in, so I think Google is actually biased in my results when I search for that.
And there's another one which has escaped me. Yeah, I forgot. You can
Twitter,
download
Facebook, YouTube,
iTunes.
iTunes. That's the next one I was getting. Yes, you can download the podcast from iTunes. I was going to say YouTunes. Then.
You're probably already
iTunes.
downloading this through iTunes.
Well, I should hope they have. Yeah.
But if not, randomstoke.com has everything.
Ah, yes, of course, the actual fucking
The actual
website. Spastic.
Yeah, it's up for renewal in 2013, so I may extend that one.
Give it a friend.
I usually do 12 months, but this time I did 2 years.
Oh, you fiend.
I've moved a bit closer to the mic because I have an itchy foot.
So if you hear some sort of scratching...
But if we all get a bit closer to the mic, but then ironically speak a bit quieter.
Yes, why not? Hello!
That doesn't work, Anthony. You made the light wibble.
I know. It'll make I was quiet at the beginning.
Yes.
Actually, we might as well go on a quiet note.
Yes, go on then.
So, goodbye. Thank you for listening.
Whatever you are.
That's a trapdoor.
I don't. Oh, you've ruined it now.
No, it's not. It's Count Duckula.
Oh shit, yeah it is.
My bad.
I've ruined it as well.
You cocks.
This has been a Random Stoke production. Please visit www.randomstoke.com for more.